All right, this is a Thomas interview, take one.
Jace Crue. I'm 15. I've been dancing for 5 years.
Oh man, I would say that most people who live in central Minnesota have not ever seen a male dancer.
I just feel like people think it's more of a girl sport. Just like how people think football, basketball, soccer is a boy sport. And boys always give girls crap for doing those sports. It's the same with girls to boys doing dance.
So while boys and men do dance, in this area, there's just not a lot of reference. And so I think most people, it's a shock. And like all things that are different, people don't quite know what to do at first when they see it.
I met him as a mini crew member, and then he expressed some interest in doing some solo work. Like he had to take ballet as well as doing his solo, and being that he was the only boy in the ballet class, he struggled internally because of expectations that society typically had. And this was a couple years back, so I don't want to say like way back when, because there's still remnants of it, but having to deal with, okay, what does this say about me that I'm the only boy in the ballet class? How are other people looking at me? What does it say about my masculinity? All this stuff that you really shouldn't have to be asking at this age.
Being a parent of a boy who dances has had challenges. He could just never dance. It was always this circle of drama following him.
Just stigma. People surprisingly weren't really ready to have a male dancer.
I definitely know that he has been made fun of at school, and I know girls have been making fun of him, and even a lot of rumors about who he's dating, who he has a crush on, and just so many rumors about dating.
I've been bullied emotionally and physically. I've had people take stuff from me. I've been called many different names. There were people that would hit me for no reason, probably as a joke, but didn't really feel like a joke.
So I would say, what did I see from Tom? I saw a lot of anxiety and stress, I think, of holding all those emotions and kind of maybe at that age not being able to articulate it because he was a younger boy, but just kind of knowing that he's gonna have so much attention on him. I don't know how you prepare a child for that.
If you have those things happen to you so much, just saying that you shouldn't do dance, you're not very good, you're only in the high esteem because you're a boy, it doesn't help. It just makes you feel more down, and it could easily affect your dancing because something that you love is being affected by people who are criticizing you for what you love.
And so I think part of why it was a struggle to get him here was because it was that anxiety of stress of what happens when he's in this environment. And so I think that was probably the hardest, what I saw.
Friends kind of make fun of him for it, but I for sure know at the studio, usually, especially the little girls, they don't see him as Thomas. They just see him as a boy who does dance.
And so sometimes there'd be other little boys in the studio with their moms and, little boys and stuff, and they'd be dancing and, listening to the music, and I'd say things like, oh, why don't you put your son in dance? And then I'd get that honest reaction before they realized who I was the mom of. Thomas hears those things too.
Kelly coming home and just overhearing conversations and some of the comments and how, I don't know if it's even wildest. To me, it's the meanest. Like some of the things that they'll say about these kids, even when they're 7, 8 years old. Just getting into dance, and they're brutal. I couldn't, it blows my mind an adult could kind of talk about a child that way.
So they'd be pointing to him on stage and they'd be talking about like, I can't believe some mom lets their kid dance. And sometimes I'd be like, yeah, that's my son. And again, just like the comments about me asking, other moms like, well, why don't you put your son in dance? And they'd be like, no way, I can't, why would, it's a girl thing or whatever. And just even like, sitting somewhere and talking to other dance moms and they'd be like, well, which one's your daughter? And I'd be like, well, actually, I have a son. And they'd be like, oh. I'm like, no, it's fine. We can talk about this, so, yeah.
Like, if you love doing dance, don't let other people, affect you from actually doing dance. And Thomas is amazing and great role model for that. If I was in his position, I don't know if I would be able to do dance.
It almost blazes the path for the next group of people. As Thomas grew up as well, he became that for a lot of the boys here. When Thomas was doing a lot of his younger, short time Thomas dances, it was just him and I think it was one other person. And now we have a group of 14 boys who are dancing. And I would say Thomas played a huge part in that. If you want to pursue dance, do it. Pursue it like any other hobby. If you like working out, cool. What do? You pick up weights. If you want to read, pick up a book. If you want to dance, dance. The most fun that you're gonna have is the type of fun where you are unapologetic in how much you enjoy what you do.
Dance. I mean, just do what you want to do. It's a short life. You got to, if you get involved, you love it, pursue it.
Do what you want to do. Don't let people drag you down.
Come on, bud. Kelly, you too. Oh, bud. We are proud of you, man. You did a great job.
Awkward family hug.